What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Monday edition of The Squeeze. I am Tyler Conium, and boy, oh boy, oh boy. What a day it was yesterday in the NFL, huh? The early window games, 1 o'clock games, favorites went 1-5 against the spread. 2-4 on the money line, but 1-5 against the spread. So our day didn't start off so hot. Officially here on The Squeeze, it was actually a winning day. It was a 2-1 day. We had the Detroit Lions, though, man. We had the Lions +3. Everybody was on the Lions. Everybody was excited about the Lions. Yeah, they lost 38-6 to the Baltimore Ravens, so that was ugly. But you had some upsets like the Bills lost to the Patriots. You had the Raiders lose to the Bears. It was a weird day. So if you were following the props in the Discord across all the bets, it started off ugly, but we actually rebounded quite nicely. But officially a 2-1 day. Obviously, the Detroit Lions did not win that football game, but we did relatively easily hit the under in the Boston Bruins and the Anaheim Ducks. The number was 6.5. It was 0-0 going into the third period, which is always nice. And then we had the over in the Rangers and the Astros, and that hit indeed. Watching that game in the eighth inning and seeing a grand slam. And that game finished with 11 runs, 9-2. So we have a Game 7 for that. That's tonight. But only 2 bets for you today. Before we get to that, reminder, hop in the Discord. I had a ton of bets yesterday. We hit a +272 NHL parlay. We had Tyreek Hill touchdown prop. That hit. What else did we have? We had Jackson Smith and Jigba over receptions prop. That hit as well. So that's nice. And the other thing is, if I've made you any money over the last year, really, if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button or tell one friend, hey, he does this every day. It's all free. Don't charge a dime. Don't have any VIP picks. None of that. Subscription would be nice. Just 2 bets today because the card is relatively small. You've got 1 game in the NHL. It's the Canadians and the Sabres. There's nothing really to like there. Maybe some props later on, but in terms of the line, you've got the 1 NFL game, which I have a bet on, and then you've got the 2 MLB games. And the Astros and the Rangers, I'm not really touching. It's -125 for the Astros. It's at 9 or 9.5, which is, what are you going to do with that? Like, maybe you lean towards the under because Max Scherzer was pitching, but he was bad the last time out. That to me is just it's a live betting game. I don't want to touch that at all. So we're going to start with the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Philadelphia Phillies. And I've bet on the Philadelphia Phillies every single game of this series, and I've gone 3-0-2. Because in the 2 games that I didn't win the bet, I had them leading after the first 5 innings, and both times it was tied. Every time else, they have won the bet. So I'm not going to change what is working. Philadelphia Phillies, but the run line +115 at Bet Rivers. The reason I'm going run line is that it's -140, -145 on the money line. It's just a little bit too juicy for me. I know run line can be tricky, especially in the playoffs. But when you look at the games that the Phillies have won in this series, they've won 5-3, 10-0, and 6-1. When the Phillies have won this game, they've won on the run line. They have dominated. When they've lost 2-1 and lost 6-5. So when they've lost, they've covered the run line. So they're actually 5-0 against the spread to the run line in this series. You've got Aaron Nola going for the Phillies tonight. Hasn't lost in 6 starts. His last time out against Arizona, they won 10-0. He went 6 innings, 3 hits, 7 strikeouts. Unbelievable performance. Aaron Nola has only given up 5 runs in his last 5 starts. He's averaging 6 innings per start. On the flip side for Arizona, Merrill Kelly, his game against the Philadelphia Phillies, he pitched against Aaron Nola last time, 5 2/3 innings, 6 strikeouts, but he walked 3, gave up 3 hits, gave up 4 earned runs. I'm looking for the Philadelphia Phillies to advance to the World Series tonight, and I'm going to take them to do it on the run line. It's in Philadelphia. You had a huge Eagles win last night. Actually talked with that on a TikTok stream for TikTok Live for Betting Pros, that I think that the fan base is just there. They had this big Sunday night football game against the Miami Dolphins. Now they've got this massive chance to go to the World Series tonight. Give me the Phillies on the run line, +115 at Bet Rivers. Your other bet of the day officially is in the NFL, and I'm taking the San Francisco 49ers to cover. It's actually something similar to the strategy that I used for the Eagles yesterday. I didn't bet on the Eagles to win, but again, in the TikTok Live, I said if I were to bet, it would be the Eagles to cover because they're coming off sort of an embarrassing loss. The Eagles came off a loss to the Jets. They rebounded, played very well against the Miami Dolphins, got that win, and the 49ers were the other team last week that got embarrassed a little bit, suffering their first defeat at the hands of the Cleveland Browns. They lost 19-17 to PJ Walker and the Browns. Big spot here for the 49ers. I still think they're the best overall football team in the NFL. Them and the Eagles, you would have to say. And I think they're going to be ready to bounce back pretty big here. Minnesota is only 2-4. They haven't played well. They've won 2 of their last 3 after starting the season 0-3, but they beat the Bears by 6. They lost to the Chiefs by 7. They beat the Panthers, who haven't won a game at all yet. They've lost to the Chargers, they've lost to the Eagles, and they've lost to the Buccaneers. They're 3-6 ATS in their last 9 games. I think the San Francisco 49ers are primed for a big bounce-back game. We all know about the Kirk Cousins can't play in prime time. We'll see if that can change here. I don't necessarily expect it to. Looking at the head-to-head numbers, you got to go back to 2021 to see the last time that they've played. It was a 34-26 win for the 49ers. Previous to that, in 2020, they beat them 27-10. So the Vikings haven't beat the 49ers in 5 years, but obviously they don't play all that much. So I'm taking the San Francisco 49ers to have a big bounce back here. I don't trust Kirk Cousins in prime time. I like the spot of one of your premier teams in the NFL coming back after a somewhat embarrassing loss last week to Cleveland. So I'll take the 49ers to cover. And you're getting 6, and some books are at 7. You can take 7, but I like 6.5 because I'm winning by a touchdown. Wins this bet. So your 2 official bets for today, give me the give me the Philadelphia Phillies to win on the run line, advance to the World Series for plus 115 at BetRivers. Give me the 49ers to cover against the Minnesota Vikings, minus 6.5. That's minus 115 at FanDuel. As always, drop a comment if you're fading or following. If you hop in the Discord, link in the description below. I will have more player props, picks, some other stuff going on throughout today. Surely, no video tomorrow, but I mean, it's the start of the NBA season, so there's got to be something going on. And you can follow me across all of my socials. Your audio is on Apple and on Spotify. Have a great Monday. Let's talk sports.